Let's do it live. All right, everybody. This is the Intoxicated Sports Report. I'm Emerson Hip. That's Gage Samoji. Welcome back. How's it going?
It's going good. Cheers.
Cheers. What are we drinking today, mate?
Oh, I think so. For the holiday season, we decided last night we were going to drink White Russians.
White Russians.
Which
Caucasians.
to me, this may be my favorite cocktail of all time.
It's a good one. No doubt in that.
It's not one that I drink all the time.
It's basically a dessert in a drink.
It's what you drink in front of a campfire or while you're bowling.
Fair enough.
Pretty much about it.
Yeah. I actually sat down and watched The Big Lebowski for the first time, start to finish recently, about a month ago or so.
It's good.
It's a good movie, yeah. It's kind of funny.
It's got a cult following.
Right.
Did you see that Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is in it?
I think
He's
so.
He's like one of the three main bad guys.
Yeah.
There's the gap in his teeth.
Yeah. I do think I remember that. Yeah, I thought it was good.
It's cool.
Yeah. Another Caucasian, Gary.
Is he called Caucasian?
He calls it Caucasian, yeah, that's it.
That's why you say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't seen it in years, but I have seen it, and it is really good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You know.
Good old Jeff Bridges and John Goodman.
Yeah.
John Goodman's pretty funny. He's a fucking
I forget what he
lightweight
said.
psycho.
Dude, he fucking hates on Donnie in that whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. How was your week, man? How's it been?
Good.
Good.
We said bye to some friends for a little while.
Yeah. Well,
Yesterday.
they think a little while, but
Yeah.
it could get
Who
worse.
knows? Yeah, they're going to Canada. Shout out to Taylor and Elise.
Yeah, they
We'll see you soon.
had us over at Taylor's house last night. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You were there for a little later than
Yeah, later than I wanted to, but
I got out of that bitch early.
yeah.
Not because it wasn't a good time, but just, it
Yeah.
was time for me to go. I'm not complaining,
Right,
it was
right.
cool. But we appreciate them having us over. The camaraderie was great
Yep.
and all that.
It was a good time.
It felt like a good start to the holiday week,
Right.
I
right.
thought.
Yeah.
So we appreciate them. Their flight was good because they made it. It's always,
Yeah.
it's always a plus.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
And
a long
it
one.
was
I think
good.
it was 5 hours for them.
That's
At least they got to go direct though. They didn't have to have any layovers.
That's nice. And I
Yeah.
think they flew out of SFO, they said.
Probably. Yeah.
And they also got us a game. I don't know if we want to
They
get
did. Yeah. It's not in here.
It's not
but,
in here,
Yeah,
but-
we got that Hot Ones, the game
Hot Ones the game.
it's called Truth or Dab. And
Jeez.
basically, it's just like a card that you have to answer the question, or you take
Or
a dab of
dab?
the hot sauce. Yeah, we tried the hot sauce last night. It's hot.
You
for
tried
sure.
it?
Yeah, it's not even close to the chip.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you'd have to cover a chip in that sauce to be equal to the chip.
Oh, okay. So top, it's not.
It's not. Yeah,
Oh, I could deal with that.
yeah. Like your tongue goes down for a little bit, but it's not like, oh my god.
Because when I first
I'm gonna
saw
die.
that they gave that to us, I was like, oh fuck.
Right.
More hot stuff. I don't know about that. But the fact, since you tried it, I'm glad
Yeah.
it's not as bad.
Yeah, it could
So-
have been way worse.
Yeah. So I think eventually to appease them and the fans, I think it's only right that we either do that maybe on YouTube or do it during a podcast.
Sure. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could do some kind of. Or maybe we could just do like it on Instagram or something, like just
Or
do
that,
quick
yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good time. What do we got going on today?
We got, unfortunately, some COVID news throughout
Right.
the sports
Yeah,
world.
it's hitting
getting,
hard a
getting a
little
little dicey. That was the third, fourth wave. It seems like it's never going to end.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's hitting the sports world. Got a local sports update and more around the sports or sports world stuff.
Right.
And then bulk of the show, NFL.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, I mean, I'd say first and foremost, I don't think we want to talk about COVID every week because it's going to be a factor.
Yeah, no, we don't.
And we're not going to talk about every player that gets put on the COVID
No,
list
no.
or anything like
No,
that.
no one wants to get
So
it.
yeah,
No one.
and I feel like COVID is just kind of a negative energy, anyways, when we're talking about it.
Yeah,
In
when
regards to
when
sports.
people watch us and listen to us,
Yeah,
we want good
we
vibes.
want good vibes.
Good vibes only, right? Good vibes only.
That's the motto.
Good vibes only. Corey Neverson hit.
It's good vibes only. So, but we will get it out of the way first. So the NFL moved some games, some from Saturday to Monday, and then a couple to today that just finished up.
Yeah, both games today pretty much just ended.
Right. We saw the Seahawks and Rams. Rams took that one, 20-10, I believe.
And then the Eagles beat the WFT.
the football.
WFT.
Yeah.
They beat them by what, 10?
Yeah, 27-17.
And I thought the Cowboys would have clinched the division today, but I guess it's still.
Still up in the air. I mean,
Yes.
they pretty much have it wrapped up. They have to fall.
Well, let's not
Yeah.
get too carried away. But I thought they would have clinch it after Philly beat Washington today, but it wasn't the case. So
Yep.
we gotta wait till next week, hopefully.
3-game lead with 3 games to go.
Like
Everything
that.
has to happen for the Eagles. Let's put it
Exactly.
that way.
Yeah. Cowboys gotta lose out. Eagles gotta win out.
I mean, Eagles can still get in the playoffs though without winning the division because
Oh wow.
I think they're tied for the last spot in the playoffs. Right?
Gotcha.
Also, unfortunate news: the NHL has postponed all their games tomorrow and Wednesday, and they're starting their Christmas break early, so they will not be resuming. There's 2 games on today, but after that, they will not be resuming play till Monday at the earliest.
And the NHL usually does do a Christmas break.
Yeah, they usually take the 24th, 25th, and 26th off.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
So yeah, they're getting that started early because of COVID. Unfortunately, a lot of guys going into their protocols. Also, unfortunately, this
Yeah.
is sad news for me.
I saw that. I mean,
Yeah.
you're probably more bummed out than I am, but
Yeah.
this is just shitty news.
To me, hockey is my favorite, at least team sport in all of Olympics because you have probably, like when they let the pros play, or the NHL guys play, you probably have like 7 or 8 countries that are pretty legit.
Yeah.
And they just announced that they're pulling out after they had agreed, earlier this year to go to the Olympics this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, no NHL players in the Olympics, which is a bummer. But once they started postponing games, I knew it was inevitable.
Yeah.
So that's no surprise.
And that's saying something that you're a big fan of Olympic hockey, which I am. It's cool, but and it's one of those things where the U.S. is never really up there when it comes to the gold medal.
They're not well. So they did play for the gold medal and lost to Canada in 2010, which was cool. That was like the first one I really remember watching.
Do we know if the U.S. has ever won the gold medal?
Yeah, they won in 1980, the Miracle on Ice.
Oh, they won that year.
Yeah,
Okay.
they won it. Yeah.
Well, 'cause I know the game.
Yeah, so they beat Russia in the semifinals,
The semifinal.
and then I think they beat like Finland or Sweden.
And that's the only
for
time
for
that
the gold.
they've.
I think that's the only one they have. Yeah.
But they did win that year.
Yeah, they've lost. They've also lost in the gold medal game against Canada back in I think 2002.
Oof.
Yeah. So I mean, and the United States has good players, and their program continues to grow. So I think I would have liked to see what they could have done this year. You know,
Of course.
it's one of those things too, where like when your team has a chance, you want to see it happen, right?
But who knows? Maybe these players who are going to be coming up for the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it would feel more legit if you have the best guys out there, right? But
But if Canada's have the same legit guys, then it's fine.
they're not, yeah. But it still won't feel the same.
It'll be equal playing
Yeah.
field.
I want to see Joe Pavelski out there, man.
Yeah. Or or Patrick Kane.
Yeah, I don't need to see some college guys. Like, they can get their time late.
Maybe they can win the gold though. They bring the gold home, baby.
We'll see.
Bring it home.
Yeah. Also, NBA has started postponing some games as well.
I'm getting a lot of bad flashbacks to when we first started this podcast.
I know.
Because when we first started this shit, there was no sports going on really.
Yeah.
How did we even?
I'm trying to think about how we made it work.
How did we make it work?
I might have to go back and listen to some episodes.
I don't know about that.
Might be a little cringy. Who knows?
Yeah,
But,
it's usually cringy when I listen.
Right. But yeah, hopefully we get this resolved. I know they're talking about some Christmas Day games in jeopardy, so we'll see what happens. But now that that's talked about, let's move on to local sports.
Yes.
Take it away.
Sharks unfortunately dropped 2 games last week.
Yeah, there are only 2 games. They had some games
Yeah.
canceled or
There
postponed
are
as well.
currently 15, 14, and 1, 6 in the Pacific Division. They play Anaheim on the 27th.
Yeah.
Hopefully that still happens.
Right, it's probably still up in the air at this point.
And also, we kind of had a plan to go to a game soon, and hopefully we can still do that.
Yeah.
When is that supposed to be in January?
I think
February?
it was February. Yeah.
February.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know we talk about going to games almost every week on this show.
Right. They did. So one thing that's interesting is the NHL had planned for about a 2.5 week layoff for the Olympics, and they're probably going to use that time to make up some of these games that have been postponed. So
And the game that we're shooting for is another Kraken game, I believe, right?
right, yeah, who
In San
they
Jose.
lost to just recently.
We don't talk about that. Also, I don't want to talk about your Warriors beating my Kings last night. I'm surprised you're not
Gloating.
gloating as much, but I think you
It was
know.
expected.
Yeah, exactly what I was looking for. Warriors beat the Kings 113 to 98.
It was the Warriors actually got out to a big lead, and then the Kings actually took the lead late in the third quarter, and then we just kind of ran away with it. But
The Warriors
They
are
did good.
actually they were second in the West.
yeah, Phoenix has them by I think either percentage points or maybe half a game right now, which we're watching them play right now
Yes.
against the Leakers.
They play Memphis on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
My Sacramento Kings are 13 and 19, 11th in the West, so they're still flirting with that 10 spot like I thought they would be in.
The West is very top heavy right chance to get.
And they play the Clippers tomorrow, which
They beat the Clippers recently.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's
we'll see what
every
happens.
game's
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, if you were to ask me before this game happened, if the Kings were going to win, I'd be like, no,
probably not.
they wouldn't. No way.
Warriors are without. I know we're trying not to talk about Cleveland, but they're without Jordan Poole and.
I did
Wiggins
see
right
that.
now. Wiggins
I did
right
see
now. I know the Kings are missing some players too, but yeah. So hopefully they get those guys back soon.
Also, speaking of the Warriors, Steve Kerr was named the coach of the U.S. men's basketball team.
Yeah, they've been talking about this for a while.
So
As a possibility.
Did Popovich recently?
I think it was
Because it was
assumed he was going to step down after the Olympics.
okay.
Like, and they knew that for a while.
Because it was Kerr, or no, it was Coach K,
Right. And then
Pop.
Pop took over for like
and then now
a few
it's Kerr.
years. Yeah. And now
Which
it's-
makes sense to me. So I feel like Kerr is kind of a disciple of Popovich, even though he never. Did he ever coach under him?
not coach, but he played
Played for him.
him.
He won one of his
Yeah.
five rings under him.
Yeah. Right.
So good for Kerr. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, Steve Kerr is, Popovich has the, in the NBA, he has the
Kind of
more rings than he has.
yeah, he's got the
Steve Kerr.
Belichick factor.
Yeah, to me, Steve Kerr is a better coach.
Fair. I mean, that's fair. The NBA is different now than when Popovich was at his peak. So
I guess right here, right now, I'd rather have Steve Kerr, I think, than I would.
probably. But
You know,
I mean,
and
Steve
it-
Kerr
and
got
it
a lot of
really-
criticism last year.
And it
too.
really all depends on who you have, I guess. Obviously,
Right.
Greg Popovich isn't playing well or isn't coaching
Yeah.
as great because he doesn't have 3 Hall of Famers playing with him. I guarantee you, Steve Kerr will be the same way once Curry, Green, and
Right.
Thompson leave.
Yeah.
So it just looks better for Steve Kerr because he has the better players playing.
Exactly. Yeah. You're probably not going to see Steve Kerr run the same kind of
Yeah.
style of play if he had the Spurs roster that
Exactly,
Popovich
yeah.
has right now.
And Greg Popovich is, probably a top 5 coach of all time in the NBA.
Yeah.
He'll be a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to throw shade at Pop. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no. Yeah. Pop's one of the best.
He
all
probably
time.
should have 6 rings if Ray Allen didn't hit him miraculous 3-point
Right,
shot
that's-
in the corner.
that is
One of the best, one of the most clutch shots. I didn't even see it, but I've seen after.
Right. Yeah. That was pretty wild. It was one of those ones. I want to say I was watching it live, and when it
Was
happened,
that-
I was like, "Oh shit, he just hit a shot," but didn't think of it as like, "Wow, that was one of the best shots maybe in NBA history." You know?
I would, yeah. I mean,
'Cause you're not really in that moment. You're
you
just,
might
like,
think,
watching the
think
game.
like clutch. I'd probably
Yeah.
be like, oh shit, he hit that.
Yeah. But after the fact, that was an amazing shot.
I was at the Giants game for that. And I remember they kept showing the score. I've said this before. They kept showing the score. And I remember the Heat were down, and I think it was Game 6, and the Spurs were up 3-2, so they were about to
Yeah.
win the finals. Everyone was cheering because everyone was like, at the time, fuck the Heat.
Right. Yeah. There was a lot of.
And then it went away, and then like 10 minutes later, I think it went to overtime.
Yeah.
And the Heat won. And I think for that Game 7, like after that game ended, I thought to myself, the Heat are gonna win this Game 7
Yeah. Yeah.
because Spurs had the yellow roping going on over so no one could come in,
Yeah.
which is bad.
Yes. That's.
And I remember seeing if you replay that shot by Ray Allen, he hits a shot and he's like, put that fucking he's like put that rope away. Put that rope away. Or maybe once it goes to overtime he says that, but I'm not far after that shot. He goes, put that rope away.
Yeah.
Which is a boss move, in my opinion.
Don't you love how we went from Steve Kerr to Ray Allen just like that?
We tend to do that.
We're both guilty though.
No, we do that, yeah.
Moving on, the A's have promoted their third base coach Mark Kotsay
I saw
to
this.
manager. They're the last team to hire a manager that didn't have one. He spent the last 6 years in the organization as a coach. He also played for the A's for a few years. 17 MLB seasons overall as a player. He was a good player.
That's a long.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
He was a good player. He played a decent outfield. Kind of a doubles hitter.
Okay.
But yeah, good on base. Yeah. So see how it goes. It's first go around as a manager. So
Doing anything for 17 years, let alone playing a professional sport, is
Right.
impressive.
yeah. No doubt.
So, as you're the baseball guy on this podcast.
Mhm.
What do you think of this hire?
I'm not shocked by any means. I mean, who knows what kind of coach he's going to be. I think being the center fielder, you see a lot of catchers become managers, and I think similarly, it's not the same to the same degree, but being a center fielder, you kind of see a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
So you kind of get it. You're grasping a lot
Okay.
of the action. So I think that could, in which center field is where Mark Kotsay played. Sorry, I left that out. But so I think, we'll see how it goes.
Do you think the A's should have reached out and got somebody else, or are you okay that they stayed in house?
I'm okay with it. And knowing them, they probably got him for a good deal compared to most managers.
Yeah.
So not surprised.
Which is a classic A's move.
Yeah, which is also a classic A's move to let Bob Melvin search for another job if he had an option to be the manager next year. So it's tough.
No,
the A's situation.
I hope the A's play well. You know,
Yeah.
we said before, we don't really hate the A's.
No, and I'm praying for them to get that stadium. And it sounds like they took a step in the right direction recently.
I saw something on the news. I just
Yeah.
saw it. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
But that's the layout they have for that
It
stadium.
looks pretty sweet.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oakland needs that. They cannot lose the A's, especially not the Vegas. That would be the worst.
Oh, dude. Yeah, if they just pull
They
Rangers.
just right, yeah. They just be
They're-
feeling like they're getting robbed.
I mean, Las Vegas A's kind of.
it flows. I
Do you
guess.
think the A's would just go silver and black too?
That would be terrible. I really hope that doesn't happen. The A's need to stay in Oakland. So hopefully they make it happen.
Yeah.
Quick women's college basketball news. Stanford #2.
And you are wearing your shirt.
I am. Yeah.
For the people watching.
They did lose today. They were #2 in the nation,
Mm.
playing the #1 team in the nation in South Carolina, and they lost. It was a close game. Stanford had a big lead at one point.
South Carolina won the whole thing last year, didn't they?
No, Stanford beat them in
Who
the
won-
championship.
Who won it last year?
Stanford. They beat them in the championship.
Stanford won the national championship
Stanford is
last
the
year?
defending champs. You don't remember that?
Dude, my memory has not been good.
I mean, it was almost a year ago. So
No, I usually remember things. Stanford won the national championship.
Mhm.
We watched it together?
I don't believe we did. I want to say I was at my parents' house watching it, and it was a really tight game, like all the way through.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Did South Carolina win it like 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
They've definitely won at least 1 or 2 recently. Yeah,
I'm way off.
Yeah.
I'm way off.
but I mean they're always they're one of the new perennial powerhouses. So
You kept flipping back and forth, so I could tell you were caring about this. You were going in between football and that, so
I mean it was close. I was like I just want to see how it ends, you know.
You and your Cardinal. You and your Cardinal, man. You
Gotta
always,
give him some love.
you love your Cardinal. I gotta give you that.
Number 16 recruiting class in football. Let's go. Too bad David Shaw's just gonna flush that down the toilet. Ready for another, Chief?
I am. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Also, around the sports world, Tiger Woods made his return to golf, which we both love.
Yeah.
All the
Always
above.
rooting for him. Glad that he's healthy enough to make it back.
Yeah, him and his son Charlie, who's 12 years old, 11 years old, in the PNC Pro Am. I'm not exactly sure what that is.
So the PNC Championship Pro-Am is like I think originally it was I want to say it was a father-son event, and they kind of just made it like a family member event, and pretty much a professional teams up with a family member and they play I think it's Scramble, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
And Tiger and Charlie both came in second place.
Yeah,
behind-
they're one team, so they
yeah,
finished.
they're both one team.
Yeah.
They both came in second behind John Daly and his son.
Yeah.
And John Daly, when he wears those pants, you can't lose.
Yeah. Did you see how he was looking like with the beard and the hair this
Is it
weekend?
bad?
Too? It's pretty hilarious.
Is it
You
bad?
gotta go look it up. Like his beard is like it's kind of blonde still, but his hair is white. And
Oh, so I think
he looks like almost like Santa.
I thought I saw an interview with him that he said he wasn't going to shave his beard until he beat cancer or something like that. Because I think he has.
Is he going through something right
I
now?
thought he was. I
He
think
might
there's
be
a-
right.
I think there's a reason why he has that beard still, and I think that's one of those reasons. But how old's John Daly's son? 'Cause I know
I think
Charlie.
he's 16.
So Charlie is
Charlie's a badass.
like 11. He's got to be 11.
Did you watch him at all? Hey, I think he's 12.
I saw the replays on like Instagram.
He's got a pretty sweet swing.
Oh yeah. There was this one that I think it was like there was water on the left of him, and he just dead center
Yeah. Oh, he
on the
can-
fairway.
yeah, he can hit it.
He knows what he's doing, and
He's got a little swagger too.
And he's. Have you see that video of? It's a video of Tiger, and he is watching Charlie, doing. It's like old videos of Tiger and Charlie like recently, doing the same kind of mannerisms.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Holy shit, that came out
It's
hot.
really cool. You know, father son. And you can tell this kid's looked up to his dad
Right.
forever.
Yeah.
And I don't expect Charlie Woods to ever be anywhere close to Tiger Woods, but the fact that he's trying, and the fact that he's pretty good at this young of an age,
Right.
you gotta think he could do something later on in his life.
Yeah. I mean, I would not be shocked if he's on the PGA Tour at some point. I mean, the fact that he's this good at this age, I mean, he's not, probably not posting 70s every week, but
No.
pretty damn good for,
Like
for a 12-year-old.
he's not as good as like how Tiger probably was at that age.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
not.
Tiger was on TV when he was like 3.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
he's probably getting better instruction than Tiger was at his age. So
Yeah, I mean, because Tiger was learning from his dad, who I don't think was a pro golfer.
I don't believe he was. I could
And
be.
so-
Yeah,
Charlie's probably, you know,
Yeah.
he's also getting the best kind of training.
Yeah.
Because Tiger could afford to.
and the equipment nowadays is way better. It's just
Yeah.
natural. Got the Lakers up 7 in the second quarter here.
One thing about these Russians, I pound these,
They're easy.
and it's not
They're
good.
really easy. Yeah, they're a hangover waiting to happen.
The drinks are good. It's not good that I pound them.
Other baseball news: the Mets hired Buck Showalter to be their manager
Yes.
just a few days before.
Big name.
yeah.
Bigger name.
Yeah, big name. 20 years of managing experience. 3-time American League Manager of the Year.
That's major.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
He last managed in 2018 with the Orioles, which was not a good year for the Orioles. But
Buck Showalter is most known for the Red Sox. No.
so he started with the Yankees. He's managed for 4 teams: the Yankees, Diamondbacks, Rangers, and then Orioles. You know, it's funny. I was kind of looking at his baseball reference page, and so he managed the Yankees, I think, from 1992 to 1995, and then I think he was fired, and the Yankees won in '96.
Well, they got Joe Torre.
Yeah, and then he managed the Diamondbacks from '98 to 2000. I don't know if he got fired or left,
But
or
they won in
whatever, and then they
2001.
won in 2001.
And then so the Rangers, did they go to the World Series after he was
No, there was a gap between the time that they went to the World Series and him leaving. So
So
I think he was there like 02 to 06 or something.
Oh, okay.
And the
So
Rangers
it
went like
was,
2010, I think.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they
It-
okay.
No, it wasn't three in a row.
I was about to be like,
That was
dude,
rough.
I was about to be like, dude, this this sucks.
I mean, I guess to some degree you have to give him credit for being there for potentially a team that was on the cusp of a championship.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
could say he's kind of like a Mark Jackson.
Yeah. Or Jeff Fisher,
Yeah.
You know Jeff Fisher takes credit for everything the Rams are doing now. It's like, oh, I built that roster. Yeah, and you finished under 500. with
I
it,
don't
too.
even put Jeff Fisher in that because the Rams haven't won. It haven't won anything. They've won an NFC
True.
championship.
Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl.
They won
But-
the NFC
Yeah,
championship.
I mean they've been good though.
But Buck Showalter, I mean, the Yankees were a fucking dynasty
Right after he left.
right after that. So
rough.
he could claim that. Mark Jackson could claim that.
Fair, yeah. Oh
Right.
yeah, because of the winning.
Yes,
Yeah,
the winning.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not Jeff Fisher. No.
I heard an interview like years ago, like right when Sean McVay got hired.
Who's he gonna claim?
I was-
Aaron Donald.
I was mind blown. I was
Todd
like,
Gurley and Jared Goff are gone.
true.
It was like
I mean, they were good though. The Rams were good when those guys were on the team though.
they were,
Yeah.
but now it's like he can't claim.
I was like, you're kidding me, right? It makes you sound worse because you apparently built this roster that you think is so
But you
good,
couldn't-
but you couldn't win with them.
you couldn't maximize their potential.
Right. So, good for you, Jeff. Speaking of the Lakers, which we're watching, Anthony Davis, MCL sprain. Shocker.
Wait. Yeah, I've heard this before.
Right.
This, I mean,
Out 4 weeks at least.
this sucks. For him,
It's just, it seems inevitable. It's shitty.
This sucks for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
I hate predicting injuries, but it just seems inevitable with this guy.
Yeah.
You know.
I really don't know what to say. That
Like,
sucks.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
sucks.
at least it's now and not later in the year, but who knows? Maybe this,
Yeah,
maybe this
hindsight.
lingers.
Hindsight's not the playoffs for them.
Right. But maybe this
But
lingers.
it's just, do you think LeBron James looks back and he's like, I shouldn't have tried to
Yeah.
get this guy here.
Right. Well, did he sign an extension, Davis?
I don't know. He probably did.
I feel like he didn't, but I could be totally wrong. We'll have to look that up at some point. But yeah, Lakers are just a game over 500, 7th in the West right now, and he's actually taken some heat, Anthony Davis. That is for not performing the way
Oh, I mean,
Lakers fans want. So
this dude's a top 75 player. He's that's what he's on.
where's Clay?
He'll probably be a Hall of Famer, Anthony Davis.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
He's a champion. He's been an elite level player, but
Just hey,
he's a little bit soft.
show me all the guys on the top 75 list who won't or who are Hall of Famers or will be Hall of Famers. And I mean, you gotta think Anthony Davis will be on that list.
Yeah, I would think so.
He's brittle. He is.
Yeah.
And it's just how it is.
He's like a rich man's Porzingis almost.
Yeah, or Brandon
Well, I'm thinking of just like guys who like should dominate because of their size and
Oh.
athleticism.
Or maybe Joel Embiid a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh, Embiid is more consistent.
He's
like
been a little more
Porzingis.
consistent lately.
No, I know what you mean. Though.
Yeah,
Brandon Roy was a stretch, huh?
yeah. A little bit.
Brandon Roy was good though.
He was a good player. Yep.
He was good, but he got hurt.
Yep.
He was kind of like Greg Oden.
Yeah,
Of course, they're both in the Blazers.
yeah.
The Blazers have like
Greg
the worst
Oden.
luck of all time.
Uh,
Should have drafted Michael Jordan. Should have drafted Kevin Durant.
Yikes.
Yikes! Exactly.
Bummer. You hear the Nets are planning to bring back Kyrie Irving.
Yes. So here's my thing with the Nets. If Kyrie's gonna play, do they try to get purposely try to get like the 5 or 6 seed? Because if they have if they have the 1 seed, he's not gonna be able to play more. He's not gonna be able to play home games, which means he can only
I see where
which
you're
means
going.
he can only play 3 games on the road.
I see where you're going.
And let's say hypothetically,
I say no, but
No?
go ahead. Yeah.
so if the Nets are the 1 seed, he can't play the 4 home games that they will get against each team in the East.
Yeah.
Which is a disadvantage to me.
Yeah.
So, would you think you don't think they should go lower in the seeding?
I mean, I can't imagine them intentionally doing it. I mean, why would they even bring him on if they were going to just do that anyways? So apparently, according to Sean Marks, their GM, they're bringing him back because of all the COVID issues. Because they have 10 guys, including Kyrie Irving, in the COVID protocols right now. So it's hard to field a team when you have that many guys that can't play. I think I'm shocked. I mean, I don't really understand why you would want to bring a guy on that can only play, especially that can only play on the road. Like it'd be one thing if, I guess he could only play home games. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but
He can't play home games.
no, if he could only play home
okay.
games, yeah. But I mean, is he going to be a key piece of the team, or is he going to come off the bench? Like you're going to have to change your kind of offensive philosophy a little bit, I would think.
Steve Kerr, he will start each home game he plays. He has to. You're not bringing Kyrie Irving off the bench.
If he or each road game.
Each road game.
Yeah.
He's starting each road game.
I would think so because he's that caliber of a player.
He has to.
But then like when you play home games, now you're just all of a sudden don't have this guy. And what if you have like they're probably gonna have at some point a 5 or 6 game homestand and you're just gonna be without him. It just doesn't. And I don't like really rewarding a guy that's just kind of acting like an idiot in the first place about this whole thing.
I won't say. I know what you mean, but he's doing his thing and he believes in what he wants to believe in. That's fine to
Yeah.
me. You know, do I think it's right? That doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not the one to tell someone what to do, but if it's something that affects my job or, my livelihood, I think,
Or the business,
bite.
or like the team that I'm a part of.
right, I think I'd bite the bullet and fucking get a vaccine. It's not that big of a deal. I know there's anti-vaxxers out there, but it's a shot. You're not going to fucking die.
And he's also getting paid an obscene amount of money more than half of these anti-vaxxers.
Exactly.
So, but I think another funny thing is let's say the Nets meet the Warriors in the finals, right?
Yeah.
He's not gonna be able to play any of those games.
Yeah, because they can't. Yeah, because you couldn't play a road game. Yeah.
No.
Well, although I don't know what the rules are, but there's something I think I heard about, like teams that go on the road. The rules don't apply to them.
Is that real?
I
Seriously?
think so. I could be totally off, but I think so.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't because when I think I read that I was like, that's kind of stupid. Like why would they not apply to the other team?
Dumb, yeah.
And I don't know if it's just because of fairness or whatever. I'm not sure.
But let's just say that's the case. Like they bring him back for nothing essentially if they play the Warriors or like the Lakers.
Right. I don't think LA has the same rules as.
No,
San
I think
Francisco.
it's all California.
Is it California or is it just? I could be wrong. I thought it was by city though.
Or maybe I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
like I don't know.
You
if
might be right.
I don't know if you could do it in like where the Knicks play.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
not sure.
all,
I'm not sure
you know.
because it's all New York. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But this whole shit just COVID needs to end. That's what's happening.
It doesn't seem like it's anywhere close.
Right.
We've been,
Unfortunately.
I mean,
and-
COVID season 3 is hitting different.
Right. And inevitably it was going to come around during the holidays with people getting together.
Yeah, between this and New Year's, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. It sucks.
Yeah. But here we are.
We're still doing the podcast.
We're
so
still doing the podcast. We're
Let's
here.
go.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Look at me pound another fucking
Another Caucasian.
Caucasian.
All right, let's move on to football.
Did you see Urban Meyer got
Oh,
canned?
oh. I think everybody saw that one.
Done.
Sayonara.
You know, I thought that we had talked about this already, but I think this happened literally like a day after.
I want to say it was Wednesday.
Which usually seems to happen with our podcast.
Right, yeah.
This thing
juicy,
happens.
juicy shit comes out right after we publish.
Juicy shit happens on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Apparently. Do you know this guy got hired and fired in the same calendar year?
That's pretty
Hired in January, fired in December.
Ouch.
This to me was a total surprise. I thought they would keep him for another year until I heard about him kicking
Right.
Josh Lambo, the old kicker for the Jaguars.
Yeah. I think if you would have told me that he was going to get fired mid-season going into the year, I would say no, that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, there's things that could happen regardless of the off-field, shit that he's done.
Yeah.
That could get him fired. Like if they were 0-13, sure, I can see it. But even so, being 2-11, I wouldn't have said he'd get fired going into the year. But I mean, it was just like it kind of was a snowball effect. It went bad fast. Shit came out about him doing bad things. Of course, like the thing with the
lap
girl
dance.
and the young girl or at a bar or whatever didn't look good. But
No.
I don't know. I don't feel bad for him. Urban Meyer's kind of been a little bit of a tool since day one, at least since he became big at Florida.
To me, when I thought about this, him getting fired, I said early on this podcast, or at least before the football season, I want Urban Meyer to be the coach of the Cowboys. Do you remember that?
Yeah, not so much anymore.
To me, Mike McCarthy's not great, but
Hey, he's got a 10-4 team though, so you
I'd rather
gotta give him some credit.
I'd rather him be the coach right now than Urban Meyer. So I was way wrong on that.
Yeah.
I think it was a sexy name, a sexy thought.
Yeah, and him linking up with Trevor Lawrence, I think was cool. A cool idea.
Trevor Lawrence, he hasn't even played a full season for the Jags, and he needs to get the fuck out.
Yes and no. I mean, they got to rebuild that roster. That roster got nobody. Like, can you name anyone on the Jags of that's good or notable?
I know Travis Etienne.
Who hasn't played a down in the NFL?
Who
And you only knew him because of college, pretty much.
Yeah, I knew him because of Clemson.
Yeah.
I mean, short answer, no. I don't.
Josh Lambo, the kicker, who got kicked.
I don't even think he's there anymore.
Is he not even
No,
there?
I don't think he's there anymore. I think it came out like after. He's not
okay.
even there.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't paying attention to that, but
Who else is?
I can't even think
Oh,
of LaVisca Chenault.
Marvin Jones Jr.
Is he on the
Yeah.
Jags?
Yeah, because I think he got into it with Urban Meyer too.
Yeah.
It's just Urban Meyer. Like, where does he go from here? You think he'll go back?
You see his pansy ass apology?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You think he'll go back to like High Noon? Like the Fox
I could see him do. Or
Is
you're
that-
talking about Big Noon?
or Big Noon?
Yeah,
What's
Big
High
Noon.
Noon?
I knew it was that old show on ESPN with Pablo
yeah.
and
Is that not
what's
there
his face?
anymore?
No, I don't think it's
No.
show anymore.
I'm not surprised, but I like that show. But
It was decent, yeah. I could see him going back to Fox. I could see him getting a mid to upper level college job next year if he really wants it.
yeah.
I don't really know who's available right now.
He probably won't coach the NFL again, huh?
No, not a chance. And I think, we've heard a lot of opinions, I'm sure, in this time
Oh, yeah.
between now and when he got fired. But I think just the fact that he's used to having that dictator mentality, but it doesn't work against grown
No,
men.
it doesn't work against guys who are getting paid more than you.
Exactly.
You can't. You can't treat anybody like that, but you can't.
You shouldn't,
You
yeah.
can't kick somebody.
That's
like
that's
it's like
trash.
it's
That's
just
trash.
it's just the classic lead by example.
Exactly. Yeah, he
Right?
didn't have that quality.
No.
He was more of a
Like this is
I
my
own you.
like this is my team. Like
Right.
Yeah.
he played the I own you card.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work in the NFL.
No.
That was proven at least. I guess you can kind of get away with it in college football. It'll be interesting to see who would want him because obviously his outlook doesn't look very good right now
No.
with everything that's going on.
Well, Stanford.
Fuck no.
You-
Stanford would never hire him. I wouldn't want him.
You wouldn't want him?
No. I don't think that would work with kids that are smart. And I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Not saying that every kid that plays football in the South or anywhere else is dumb, but Stanford kids are wired a little different. There's no question about it. You got to be.
Yeah, you gotta like, be
You
like,
have to be different to get into that school.
You gotta be like what 4.0 to be on the team or 3.
Probably, pretty much, yeah. I mean, to get in, we got to be at least a 4.0.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I don't know the teams who would want him or anything like that, but I would think he could coach another college team. I think it's gonna take a couple of years.
Yeah, I'd wonder if like maybe a Pac-12 school would take a flyer on him next year, because I think all the jobs are taken right now. But
Or maybe he's just so derailed from this.
yeah, I mean,
Maybe he'll take time off.
I can see him taking a year off so that his name gets a little swept under the rug.
Yeah.
And maybe takes because I mean, good job openings come up every year in college and NFL.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could see him taking a year off. Absolutely.
That was
I don't want to give him any more of my breath, though. To be completely honest. Yeah.
big news out of Tampa. Chris Godwin is out for the year
Done
with a torn
for the
ACL,
year.
which is
That's big.
That's a blow.
So, especially if you consider the fact that Leonard Fournette is done for the year.
Yeah.
It's regular season.
Which
He's expected to be back for the playoffs, and then Antonio Brown is still up in the air right now. So that's 3 key players now that are, 2 are done or one's done for the year, one maybe or maybe not be back, and the other maybe or maybe not be back.
It'll just add to the Tom Brady legacy when he wins number 8.
I think it's going to make them definitely a little bit more beatable, if you will.
Cowboys in the playoff, maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be.
I mean, I'm gonna assuming the Niners make the playoffs. It's not a guarantee by any stretch, but of course I'm gonna root for them. But I want to see the Packers get to the Super Bowl and see what Aaron Rodgers does. I kind of want to see him get beat in the Super Bowl.
I want them to go and win, only off the fact that I picked them beginning. Of the
Right. Yeah. It always feels good to be right.
Yeah. But if it's at the Cowboys' expense, I'm gonna be pissed.
Of course. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I'd like to see Aaron Rodgers in another Super Bowl. We just, for how good he's been, we haven't seen enough of him in the biggest game of all, which I think is wild. So that's that.
Yeah. My Cowboys won again.
Look at that.
So not wearing the victory hat, which I was a little weird about because I feel like I'm gonna
You
jinx
jinxed
them.
it? Okay.
But I do have the star on my person.
There you go.
For Tommy, for people who's watching, I'm wearing this nice pullover. Funny enough, I was at Trade earlier,
Yeah.
Trade Brewing.
Fair.
This dude walks in, right? He's like, yeah, it's a nice pullover you got. He has literally the exact same fucking thing I'm wearing right now.
Is this thing like
It's like
newish?
well, I got it from Eco Thrift probably a year and a half ago.
Because it looks like, I don't want to say old school, but it looks like it's like,
It looks,
aged or something.
No, it's definitely not brand. It wasn't brand
Yeah.
new when I got it. But this dude walks in. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I usually when I wear stuff, no one else has it. And he walks in, so I'm like sitting right next to the entrance.
Did you look at like the
I tried.
logo?
I didn't see this.
Okay.
I didn't. I kind of was trying to do that, but I don't know if it was the exact same like brand. But it looked at the
It
same.
had the double stripes?
It had the double stripes. It had this
wow.
right here. It
Had to be. Was it half zip too?
I didn't. Well, it had like the line on the back. He walked in. He was like, it's a nice jacket. I got the same one. He was like holding it.
That's fucking.
And I'm
That's
like, what
funny.
the fuck? He's like, I've had mine for about 20 years. And he's like, I was like, yeah, dude, I got mine in Vallejo at a thrift shop like a year and a half ago. I couldn't believe it. It was like, what are the odds I'm at a place and this dude rocks in with the same jacket?
Right.
And this dude's a Cowboys. This dude's like in his 40s, probably 50s,
Right.
maybe even 60s. You know, he's could look like he's kind of weathered.
Sure.
Rocking this. I mean, he didn't have it on him, but he was holding it. So I think he was just tired of wearing it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
That's cool.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think his, now that I think about it, wasn't the exact same because his was zipped all the way down.
Okay.
And mine's only, as you can see, is kind of a
It's a half.
half zip with like the zipper right here. But it had the star, had this, the hood. It was just,
That's pretty tight.
I couldn't believe it. It was weird. But yeah, my Cowboys won. It wasn't, I watched it here actually.
Yeah.
You know,
Wasn't the prettiest game.
no, it wasn't the prettiest game, but you know, every game can be.
Hey, when you hold a team to 6 points,
They
can't-
beat the New York,
cannot complain.
beat the New York Football Giants, which division win. I think they're 4-0 now in the division, which is nice. They're pretty damn close. I want to think to winning the division.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I would think they beat Washington this next week. I think that's who they play.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they just have to win one more game just to
Just in general.
Yeah, nothing else has to happen. If they just win a game, they're good. Or if Philly loses one.
They got to win a game against Washington, which will be at home because they were a 3 games road stretch.
Yeah.
They
went 3-0 in that stretch.
Went 3-0 in that stretch. Yes, they did. The only thing about the Cowboys that bothers me right now is they're not playing good on offense. They're not playing like they're not playing like they were the first 6 weeks.
They're kind of average in that department.
Not playing well. Dak is a little off. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. You can't play well every week unless you're one of the greats, and Dak isn't one of the greats.
Yeah.
The run game's still kind of there. Luckily, the defense is the offense right now. The defense is playing great. Micah Parsons is playing, like we've said, defensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
Possible defensive player of the year, which I don't think he'll win.
He could. I mean, the only other guys I can think of are Myles Garrett and
TJ Watt.
But TJ's missed some games.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa's kind of in that conversation. I think he's got 15 sacks now.
And Trayvon Diggs, he probably won't win it, but he has 10 picks.
10 picks. That's pretty
10
impressive. Yeah. I feel like as a corner, you got to have like a pretty amazing year to win.
It's a great year. And I think the most the Cowboys have had for one player in their season or in their history.
11, right?
Is 11.
Because we were looking at that stat. He's the third Cowboy to ever have 10, right?
And I think Everson Walls has 11. And I think there's another guy second who has 11 too. So I think Trayvon just needs one more to tie it. And he could get 2. I think this stretched out one more game in the season helps.
Right.
So hopefully he gets that. Hopefully, Defensive Player of the Year is cool. The only thing I care about is hoisting the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
I don't care if any Cowboy wins any award. The only thing I want to win is the one trophy everyone wants. So
of course.
That's where I'm at.
You've been waiting 26 years.
I've been waiting my whole life for this. And I'll say right now, it ain't gonna happen this year. I'm slowly coming to those terms. It ain't gonna happen. The Cowboys aren't the best team in the NFC or in the league.
Yeah, I mean,
anything can happen on any given Sunday. I'll give you that.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, like if there's a team that of those top 4, like the division leaders in the NFC, if there's a team that I'd want to play the most, it might be the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cardinals maybe.
Like coming from a Niner fan, you want to play the Cowboys.
I'd probably want to play the Cowboys. Maybe even the Cardinals personally for me as a Niner, as the Niners, because they've lost them twice. I think if the Cardinals beat the Niners 3 times in 1 year, that would be hard to do. That would be impressive. So I think that's another factor. But that's only as a Niner.
I don't want to play Brady, even though we played him good the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Rodgers just owns the Cowboys. I might not even watch that playoff game if they fucking
Yes, you would. Shut the fuck up.
I would go in.
I know what you're saying, but yes,
I would go in just sad already. I'm telling you. I would play with house money if they won. You know what I mean? So enough of my mediocre Cowboys. How about your Niners?
Niners game got off to a weird start.
Weird. We were watching this game too.
Yeah. So they fumbled the opening kickoff.
Yes.
Falcons had the ball on the 12-yard line to start the game.
Yes.
They got it down to the 1-yard line. I think they had first and goal from the 1, and somehow failed to score. Credit to the Niners for playing good defense in the red zone all game long.
And they thought the Falcons did score.
And I was like, honestly, just give them the touchdown. Let's get the fucking ball and see what we can do.
And what happened?
And they did not score on 4th down.
That's why you play the downs.
Facts.
I'm not happy about it. But that's why you play the downs.
You're right. That was. I don't want to say it was the reason the Niners won, but that was a huge fact. I mean, it kind of set the tone. Obviously I think the Niners went 3 and out and they punted the ball, and then the Falcons had good field position to start their next drive. But not giving up any points at all on that drive where they gave the ball away was huge.
Because essentially the Falcons got the ball at the beginning of the game and the half.
Yeah, just pretty much to start both halves.
Start both halves.
Yeah.
Which is a huge. It's a big advantage.
Yeah, because if you're not going to start with the ball in the first half, you're at least happy with the fact that you get to start with the ball in the second half. But that was not the case. Overall, the Niners' defense was amazing on 4th down. I think they were 3 for 3 in shutting down the Falcons on 4th down. I think they only gave up 1 score in the red zone all game out of 5 attempts for Atlanta. That was huge. Obviously, they only gave up 13 points. They went 31-13. Offense was fine. Jimmy was accurate. He made his plays. No complaints really.
Jimmy G win another game.
Hey, 6 out of the last 8 for the Niners. I think I saw that he's got the best QBR over the last
8 games, or
I don't know if it's 8 or if it's like the last 4 or 5.
I saw that too. It's
a
good amount of stretch of games.
Yeah. And obviously, Jimmy's one of those guys where when things are going well around him, he can be very successful. He's not an elite player as far as arm strength, athleticism, or anything like that, but he can make plays.
To me, honestly, the Niners are very comparable to the Cowboys right now.
A little bit, yeah.
Like a quarterback who's good enough,
Mm-hmm.
good offensive weapons, and a good,
Yeah.
good defense.
It
part.
is funny because Dak's been perceived in so many ways over his career, and Jimmy a little bit too.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I watch Dak throw the ball, it looks so much better than when Jimmy throws the ball. I mean, Jimmy's got he's got a nice quick release, but he doesn't throw it with any kind of zip on it. Dak's got a little better zip on his ball.
Yeah. And Dak's not a good, or he's not like a great thrower at football.
Right. But he's got a. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like the perception of the way he throws it for me personally.
Okay, yeah.
Could be for everybody else too.
Yeah, it looks like Dak has more of like a line.
He throws it on a.
Like Jimmy kind of throws a little.
He's
more
got a
lob.
little bit of a loop to his ball, right?
They both make it work.
But somehow they're very comparable as players.
And I think the Falcons in this game played, for a team that got shut out 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
I think they're still playing with good pride, and I think they're not.
Yeah.
They're
They
playing.
did have a lot to play for. If they would have won that game, they'd have the same record as the Niners. They would have both been 7-7,
Yeah.
tied for the last playoff spot. So that was big for them.
Do you like how a lot of a good amount of teams are viable for playoff
Oh, I
spots
love it.
with the extra game?
Yeah, how could you not? Well, with the extra game and the extra playoff spot that they added last year,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's a huge factor.
that's cool.
I think it's great. I mean, you look at, the Seahawks lost tonight, so that puts them at 5-9, so they're out of it now. But pretty much, I think there's 13 teams in the AFC that are still very much alive, and a good 11 in the NFC that are very much alive. So which is great, and we only have 3 games left, so no complaints there at all. So yeah, good win for the Niners.
So I'm saying it right now. I know I've said in the past that if the Cowboys played the Niners in the playoffs, I would just be a wreck. I would be a wreck, bro. I don't even know if I would drink during the game. I would just be so zoned in.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys and Niners haven't played in the playoffs, I think, since '94.
Is that right? Was that the year the Niners won the Super Bowl?
Or I think it was the year the Cowboys won, but they played in the NFC Championship, and the Cowboys. No, I think it was the year the Niners won because they played at Candlestick, and the Cowboys. Yeah, they lost. 'Cause I remember Troy.
Was it the championship game or was it the?
I think it was
original?
I think it was a championship game in Candlestick. And I remember I think the play that won it for the Niners is Aikman threw it 1-on-1 Irvin to Deion Sanders.
Oh, Deion was covering.
And I think Deion either intercepted or
batted away.
Batted away.
Yeah.
And I think that was the last time the Cowboys. I mean, it's been a long time since
Yeah.
they both have played in the playoffs together.
I know.
So I think for us, it would be we would make it.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you probably work or you probably try to get it off.
Oh, I'd be calling in and say, Doc, I got killed.
It would be huge. Like
Yeah.
if we did it here and all that, it'd be fucking. I think for that sake, might as well. The Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl, so I might as well just see them play the Niners.
Right. I think it'd be fun.
It'd be fucking awesome. It would.
It is funny to think too. The Cowboys and Niners were non-divisional rivals through all of the '80s and into the '90s.
I think even the '70s too. 'Cause I think the Cowboys would beat them in the '70s.
Probably.
And of course, when the '80s hit,
Niners came around.
with the catch.
Yeah.
They're forever.
Linked.
They're linked together.
Yeah. And then and like you said, through the '80s, they were both good. '90s,
And I think
good.
they played in the NFC Championship game in the early '90s 2 or 3 times.
Probably. Yeah.
That's. I mean, I came in the strain on my heart. I can't.
But it's and because as growing up in the Bay Area, we always think about the past with the Niners because they were so good in the '80s and early '90s, and how the Cowboys were one of the rivals, but they really have not had any even nothing close to a rivalry in our lifetime.
No, the biggest rival for the Niners because they've been more relevant than the Cowboys. The Seahawks.
Is the Seahawks pretty much? Yeah.
Cowboys haven't really had one because they get whooped by everybody. They do. I mean, if I had to pick one rival for the Cowboys, it'd probably be the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean it's tough when you. I mean,
I'm
not rubbing it in, but when you don't go to any kind of championship games or anything like that.
And I would say maybe the Packers, but Aaron Rodgers beats the Cowboys. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
But
you just have your natural divisional rivals, but that's
Exactly.
about it. Yeah.
But besides that, it's. Yeah. So we'll see if that happens.
Yep.
We'll have to
That'll be fun.
do something big for that.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders beat the Browns, which wasn't that impressive. They won 16-14.
It was a close game, not a really good game. Did you watch much of it?
No, but
Yeah.
but it shouldn't have been because the Browns had like 35 guys. In the field.
They got some guys back, but yes, you're right. They had a lot of guys out.
Like Nick Mullins started.
Nick Mullins started.
So you're telling me Derek Carr barely beat Nick Mullins
Yeah.
by a hair?
The Raiders were in control of this game. They were up 10-0 at half, and they had a big turnover that led to points for Cleveland in the second half, and it was just like it was a little bit ugly. And Derek Carr got his actually 2 chances to come back and win this game after the Browns took the lead, which credit to Nick Mullins. He actually made some plays.
Yeah.
He was not pretty. He
What
wasn't
number was Nick Mullins?
He was rocking number 9, not number 4.
Well, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Okay.
didn't get to do his Brett Favre tribute, but yeah, he was a lot of the Browns' offense was just short passing and it was not exciting, and even for the Raiders, they weren't really dicing up the Browns' defense much either.
No.
But yeah, it came down to a game-winning field goal for the Raiders.
Who, their kicker,
Daniel Carlson,
he's good.
30 out of 33 this year,
He's good.
and he's good from long range too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't miss one against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna bring it up again, but you know,
That's their last loss, right?
the Cowboys, yeah, it is actually. Yes, they won 3 straight. So shout out to the Raiders a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
you broke my heart.
If they lost, they'd be pretty much done with how crowded it is in the AFC playoff race.
Exactly.
So they kept their season alive. Browns
Yeah.
dropped to 7-7, which is not good for them because 8-6 would have looked a lot better.
Exactly.
A lot better.
So I got some things I want to say about the Week 15,
Sure.
but I don't know if you haven't seen this because you have your phone on Do Not Disturb when we.
Is it news?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, it's from Sal.
Oh, okay.
He said, so what's my prize for my bold take?
Oh, he knew about
Oh,
it.
he knew about
Let's
it.
go.
And I hope he's listening because I'm literally reading this right now, and he texted us this at 7:51, and it's 8:07.
Okay.
So this is recent.
Nice.
So Sal's bold prediction, you know, also one of the things I'm tired of people saying bold take. We're bold predictions
Yeah,
here.
we're all about predictions.
Bold predictions.
I mean, their takes, their predictions.
Prediction, yeah,
whatever
just-
you want.
Just say it right.
Yeah.
His bold prediction was Russell Wilson will have a losing season this year, and Russell Wilson, after tonight's
Bingo.
loss, will have a losing season. And for that,
Are we shooting?
I think we have to.
All right.
I think the fact that he texted us too, you know, mid pod,
Let's do a Black Russian shot.
yes, we are gonna shoot some vodka with Kahlua.
Mm-hmm.
Sal, this is for you. Hope you appreciate it. You were right. I did not think that. I thought we both thought it was bold prediction.
Yeah, we gave it to him. I mean, I had the Seahawks making the playoffs.
I did too.
I do remember saying that I could see the Seahawks, you know, coming to earth, I guess. But the fact that they're 5-9, you know, Russ missed some games, so that's a factor. But
Yeah.
I did not see 5-9 coming.
So Sal, I will delete this off my bold prediction list. Congratulations.
Also, yeah, cheers to the Niners losing to them twice too.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Ooh,
So Sal,
I definitely tasted the vodka on that one.
do you have any Week 15 notes?
I do have one. This is gonna be a little stat nerdy, but
That's fun.
every now and then I'll just kind of check box scores of football games. This one caught me, and I'll do it this way. So I'll go Team A and Team B. You tell me who won the
Wow,
game.
we're doing okay. I like
Yeah.
this.
Team A, Team B. You tell me who won.
It's like when you watch it on TV and they give you like the silhouettes of each player and like guess which one.
Right. It's gonna be so obvious at the end because of how ridiculous this is.
So Team
okay.
A, Team B.
Yeah. So Team A, first downs in the game. Team A had 22. Team B had 12.
Yeah.
Third down efficiency, Team A was 8 of 18. Team B was 2 out of 11.
Can I already take a guess?
Yeah.
Cardinals, Lions.
Nope.
Ah, okay.
All right. Total yards and total amount of plays. Team A had 318 total yards on 78 plays. Team B had 168 yards, so almost half the amount of yards
Yeah. Okay.
on just 45 plays. Time of possession, Team A had 39 minutes and 8 seconds, and Team B had 20 minutes and 52 seconds.
Did
So
Team
almost
B? Did Team B win?
Team B won this game. Team A also had 4 turnovers to Team B's 0 turnovers.
I don't even.
I mean, this game had to be one of the ugliest things you've probably ever seen.
Oh, is this the Saints Buccaneers?
No.
Oh my
No.
God, what is it?
It's the Steelers beat the Titans 19-13.
Oh man.
The Steelers had basically half the amount of first downs and half the amount of yards gained and won the game.
You know who's happy? Jimmy.
Yep. I mean, how much uglier of a win? And they had basically half the amount of time of possession too. How much uglier of a win could you get?
But you know what? If you're a fan, it's a win.
Yep.
It's a win, right?
A win is a win.
It's a win is a win.
But that is an absolute
That's
box score
crazy.
bust.
That's
Like what?
That's crazy.
That's just. I mean, 318 yards isn't like amazing, but the
No.
fact that they outgained him by 150
Yeah.
and you lose with all the other stats involved,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable.
Two things for you. Give me your thoughts. Green Bay already clinched the NFC North title. The NFC North, besides the Green Bay Packers,
It was pretty dog
booty,
shit. Yeah.
booty, yeah. So
I
what do you
mean, the
think?
Vikings are whatever.
Are you surprised?
Not surprised at all. I mean, the Packers. I think I put them in the Super Bowl against Baltimore, which that's not going to happen. But
Sorry about
yeah,
it.
I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to.
Anything's possible. Shout out to Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. So yeah, not surprised.
Lions beat the Cardinals. Thoughts?
That's a shocker. What the
Yes.
fuck, Cardinals? 12 points against the Lions?
Yeah. Cowboys are the 2 seed in the NFC. Thoughts?
I figured if everything went right, they could be an 11 or 12 even win team, which already got 10.
I picked them at the beginning of the season to win 11 games,
Okay.
which they could surpass that.
I think I put them at 10, which they already have 10.
Yeah. So, I got one more thing. I got a couple Tom Brady stats, which I know everybody loves because
Oh
everyone
yeah,
loves Tom Brady.
Tommy boy.
So this is something that came to my attention from Devin. She sent me this and she said, so ESPN has partnered with movie theater chain Cinemark, which we have one in town, to offer theater screenings of the semifinal Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl in select markets.
Oh, that's dope.
So you could watch the game in select market. Or
that would be sick.
I was gonna say, would you rather do that than like? Or I guess you could do that and then do like New Year's Eve festivities.
Oh, because it's on New Year's Eve.
So the first game's gonna be on at 12:30 our time, 'cause it's on 3:30 Eastern,
Right.
and the second game will be on
At like 2:30 or
4:30.
or 4. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be 7:30 Eastern time.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, dude,
That would be so much fun.
Dude, you could like pregame and then bring shit in by yourself,
Yeah.
and then watch.
I assume they have the lights down.
They have to.
I think it'd be kind of cool if the lights were like
A little
dim, but not all the way dark.
This would be pretty fucking. We
That
should
would be
see
sick.
if Napa's doing that.
That would
I mean,
be
you probably,
sick.
You probably work on Friday though, right?
I will be working those days, but that would be tight.
I don't even know if the Cinemark's doing that. But like first thoughts, I didn't even know this until she brought this to my attention.
That is wild.
This is, I mean, watching a game on a
on
screen
a
that's
fucking
like 200 by 200,
probably yeah.
inch, probably more than that. Like
No, it's gonna be like
200 foot. No,
no, not 200
200
foot, but it's gonna be probably like, God, I can't even imagine how long that is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to call Cinemark tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be like a 1,000 inch by 1,000 or
Dude, that's
yeah.
fucking sweet. So you could like do that. You could have a really good New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah.
You can start at 12.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I want to know like if you bought one ticket or bought like
Would it
one
be for one game?
or yeah,
Or would you have to buy it?
could I get both games from one ticket?
I bet they would make you buy both games.
Which I'd be okay with depending on
Right.
the price.
Yeah.
Unless it's the price of a fucking movie, then it's like, movies are like fucking $15 a pop now.
I bet they'd be more expensive than a movie. I bet it'd be like $50 to go. Because there'd be a lot of people.
Which game would you buy?
If you were doing it individually, I'd probably do the Michigan Georgia game
Yeah, I'd probably
No.
too.
because I feel like I know that Alabama's going to win. Not no
No, I know.
disrespect to Cincinnati, but
Yeah.
that's kind of how it feels.
So Tom Brady, the Buccaneers played the Saints, and they lost 9-0, right?
Wow.
Tom Brady was shut out at home for the first time of his career, and he has played in 181 home games.
Has he been shut out on the road before? Apparently.
I think yes, but it was the first time he got shut out at home in his career,
When I saw it,
and that was the first time Tom Brady had been shut out in 15 years.
that's fucking nuts. When I saw that they won 9-0, I was like, what the fuck happened? Because I wasn't paying attention to the game. I was at work. I was like, what in the fuck happened there?
Yeah. I mean, if I were to tell you that Taysom Hill had beat Tom Brady in a game beforehand,
Right.
you'd be like, that's not a chance. No way.
Yeah.
And one other thing I want to say about Tom Brady, on a lighter note, is he becomes the first player ever to be selected to 15 Pro Bowls.
That's pretty impressive.
And to me, Pro Bowls aren't.
So he was
as-
tied with somebody else at 14.
Yeah, I think it was.
You know who it was?
He was tied with. It was like Clay Matthews' dad. I think it was
Oh, really?
one of the It was a Matthews.
Okay.
And I think it made a couple other players too. I think maybe Peyton Manning.
Okay.
But he's the first, and he's just.
He's Tom Brady.
And you know, like I was gonna say, I forgot I was gonna say this, but you know, Pro Bowls to me aren't like all-star selections for baseball or.
Because there's a lot of
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
that make the Pro Bowl. Right.
Yeah, but no, but I'm actually surprised the number's only 15. But I guess I guess that could tell you how rigorous NFL actually is to play in. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. Because this is like his 22nd or 3rd season, something like that?
So shout out Tom Brady. You know, he
Yeah.
just keeps breaking records.
Yeah.
The dude's gonna.
I think the Pro Bowl, too, to some degree, is like one of the... I'm not going to compare it to MVP, but sometimes MVP goes to a guy that's just like the new hot thing. And I think Pro Bowl could be the same way. Like, if he's having just an average to Tom Brady standards year, they might not put him in there.
To me, with Tom Brady, it's almost a lose-lose because if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, he's going to keep playing. But if he wins, he's going to keep playing. So like,
Yeah, right.
when does it end? When does it end? I don't know. And one last thing I want to ask you real quick. Yes or no? So the Super Bowl has announced, or the NFL has announced that the Super Bowl is going to be in Las Vegas.
Oh, in like
2024.
4, yeah.
And are we going?
Fuck, that would be a good one to go to.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be sweet.
Hey, when the Cowboys go on like their 6th peat, we'll be there. That'd be fun.
That would be
Dude,
fun.
Dude, that's gonna be, we'll be like in the 7th season of COVID, but we'll be there.
That's not that far away. It's 2
It's only
years away.
it'll be 2 years.
It's 2
away.
years, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, 2 years away. Because
Oh, you're right,
This,
yeah.
this is going to be the 2022 Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, it'll be COVID still probably.
I'll be 29.
30.
I've always said that I want to go to Vegas before I turn 30.
Should we buy tickets now?
Yeah, are they available? Ticketmaster?
That's kind of cool though. I've never been to Vegas.
Yeah, I want to go to Vegas. Everyone that's been to Vegas asked me why I haven't not been, so might as well make an excuse.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go to the Super Bowl in my lifetime.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I told myself for Super Bowl 50 when the Broncos won
Mm-hmm.
that if the Cowboys would have made it
Oh,
because they were good that year. I think they were good that year. Or was that when Romo got hurt? Anyways,
I can't remember. Yeah,
I was like, if the Cowboys go,
it'd be perfect.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I'll pay.
I would not have blamed you. Yeah,
I'll put $1,000 down. Like it's just like it's something that you have to do.
Yeah.
Have to. But they didn't, and I'm $1,000 richer.
Or $1,000 less poor.
Well, if the Cowboys would have won, I wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't matter
Yeah.
what kind of price I paid. But if they would have lost, I would have fucking cried in the
You'd be like, I want my fucking money back.
I would have stayed.
I didn't pay for
hey,
this
hey,
shit.
I would have stayed in my seats for as long as I possibly could until they said like, "You gotta go."
You're right.
Yeah, I would have been the last guy coming out.
You'd be the guy in the dugout like during the World Series, like,
Watching the confetti.
Yeah, like
Oh.
why? Just go just go.
No,
like
no.
just don't watch.
Sometimes I'm not even part of the team, clearly,
Yeah.
but you just gotta watch.
No, I don't think so. I disagree. I'm going
No.
right down the hallway.
Hey, the one thing about you that I've noticed from knowing you for a long time is like seeing things that you don't want to see, like champions.
Oh, I'm out.
You turn it off on the TV instantly.
I'm out.
No, you gotta watch it.
No.
So it's so much pure when they don't win the next year.
No, good vibes only.
No.
Good
Like,
vibes only.
I was with you. I'm thinking when the Dodgers won the World Series 2 years ago.
I don't remember where I was.
You probably were at work.
Probably.
But if you could have turned it off, well, you actually had the power to, so you probably turned it off.
Nah, I wouldn't. If I was at work, I would not have done that. I'm so douchey. But you know what? A couple years ago, a Dodger fan had the audacity to ask me, "Oh, well, you're from California. Why aren't you rooting for the Dodgers?" I'm like,
dude, I've heard people like that.
"Are you fucking dumb?"
I've heard that, dude. It's not even. No. What are we talking about?
San Francisco. We don't root for those LA fucks. White Russians are hitting right now.
I wish Garrett was here because he'd be like,
Oh, he'd be with
Fuck
me.
LA.
We'd be on the same team right now.
like, you don't fucking root for LA when you're in San Francisco.
It's almost like if there's two different states.
NorCal, SoCal.
Yep, cut it off right at Fresno.
Oh man.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one more thing from Week 15.
Okay.
Carson Wentz won a football game with 57 passing yards. Bravo! They beat the Patriots with 57 passing
They
yards.
did.
That ain't easy. But Jonathan Taylor, MVP.
Yeah, are you claiming that?
I mean, the only other guy I could see would be Tom Brady, but
What about Aaron Rodgers? No.
he won last year.
So?
It's not his. Not his. Let's make picks. You ready?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm picking 2 dogs this week.
Dogs.
Shocker. I'm picking the Dolphins over the Saints +3.
Miami +3. Okay.
And I'm picking the Colts over the Cardinals +1. I'm doing it.
All
I'm
right.
fucking doing it. What are you doing?
I thought about the Colts too. I'm going wild, picking against Bill Belichick off a loss. I'm taking the Bills +2.5
Ooh.
at New England.
I know somebody's happy about that.
Yes. I think that game was a little weird that they played just a couple weeks ago, and New England's actually only 3-4 at home, so I like my odds here.
Yeah, I think Mac Jones is undefeated on the road this year.
They are 6-1. Well, they just lost.
Oh,
to
they just
Indiana. They
lost.
were. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
6-0 on the road.
Yeah.
Now 6-1. I'm also taking the Rams as 3-point favorites at Minnesota.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I like Matt Stafford better than Kirk Cousins.
And also, we
it's
both
gonna
went.
happen.
We both went defeated last week.
Fully defeated. Yes.
Do that.
I finally clinched a losing season.
I didn't. I already did.
You already did.
Okay. Yeah. Did how do I want to get into it with the Packers? A Packers game.
That was pretty weak. You had that like easily. Even if you had the 7-point advantage, you had that easily, and then they just.
No, it's
It
just
kind of got to like
No, it's just-
almost garbage time, and then all of a
No.
sudden they had a chance to tie it.
no. John Harbaugh was like, "I'm going for 2,"
Which sucks.
which to me doesn't make any sense because if you go for 2 and they get in the field goal range, you still lose.
Well, because
They
there was
would've
what,
lost
like
by
40
one.
seconds left.
Yeah, there's 40 seconds left,
Yeah.
which is way too much time for Aaron Rodgers. Believe me, I know.
Yeah. That's fair.
But let's say they kicked it, tied it, and they went by a field goal. I won that 2.5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a head coach. I don't know the logic.
Well, that's the second time he's gone for 2
Yes.
to win in recent
Yeah,
weeks.
when he played the Steelers.
Yeah.
And you don't have Lamar Jackson. You're playing with house money. Maybe something happens, and
I mean, I don't blame anyone for going, for 2 in that situation, going for the win, especially if you have momentum.
Mhm.
I mean, they were down by 14 in the fourth quarter, and they came back to have a chance to tie it.
what's
and
the
slash
backup's
win.
name?
Tyler Huntley?
Tyler Hunt. Yeah, Tyler what?
Tyler Huntley.
Huntley.
Yeah. with
Deserves
the
a
T.
shout out.
Yeah, I know he played well.
He. Was
I remember him at
he-
Utah.
He was like
He was good.
He was like a diet Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
He-
I want to say I saw him in college when Utah came to Stanford, and Utah beat Stanford like 14-7 in overtime. It was
Okay.
like one of the worst games you've ever seen. But
But-
I think he was playing.
No,
quarterback.
you got have to give it to the Ravens for trying to get a quarterback who plays like
Oh,
Lamar Jackson.
he's mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah,
And that's football.
yes. What time is it?
It is time for the last call.
There we go.
Yeah, I didn't really hit it very well. I was
No,
trying to
you-
get the ding and
yeah.
put it in
This
It
one
was
you
bad.
gotta have to go.
there. Yeah. We do it again.
There we go.
All right. Do you have anything?
I have a
You
little-
usually do.
I usually do. I want to give a shout out to Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
He's
absolutely.
back from the
He's
NBA.
back.
He's on the Lakers. We're currently watching the Lakers.
Yeah.
He, I think in his Lakers debut, he had 19 points in 21 minutes, which is nice.
That babe. He tried out
Also-
for the Warriors, I think, earlier this year.
Did you see that Darren Williams beat your boy Frank Gore in a boxing match?
Yeah, I did see that. And Jake Paul beat Woodley again.
Yes, exactly. I was just going to say, Jake Paul beat Tyron Woodley. And I was watching this fight. I didn't pay for it. You know, feds come get me, but I didn't. I watched it. And this fight was the driest thing
Really? Was it that
since scones. You know what I mean? It was dry.
lame? Do you remember how easily he beat Woodley the first time?
It almost seemed like it was the same
Yeah.
kind of fight.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, Woodley dropped his glove, and I'll give it to Jake Paul. He knocked him out cold.
Yeah. No, he did. I saw that.
There was a lot of conspiracy. I feel like there's conspiracies like maybe Woodley threw it, but I don't think Woodley threw it really.
Yeah.
No one wants to lose a fight, and Woodley's been a fighter his whole life.
Right. Yeah. He's not gonna just give in just for.
Unless Jake Paul's
unless
giving,
the
unless
cash
Jake,
out is huge.
unless Jake Paul's giving some kind of money under the table.
Right.
He knocked him out cold, and I remember watching on my phone. I'm just like, dude, this fight sucks. Like,
Yeah.
there was 2 more rounds. I think he got him in the 6th.
Oh, they were just in an 8-rounder.
Yeah, 8 rounders, and I was like, dude, this shit. I was telling Devin, like, this shit sucks. Like, this fight sucks. It's not good. Like, they were just like, kind of body blows. They were hugging the whole time. Draped on each other.
Yeah.
And then Jake Paul just kind of winds up, and gets him.
I said, yeah.
Dude, Woodley puts his
He
glove
just
down,
goes, good night.
and Jake Paul kind of hits him like, top neck, like right, like
Yeah.
in the jaw, and he just goes down,
Yeah.
like bad.
I mean,
Is this good for boxing?
I don't know. I mean,
I think
if
we've talked about Jake Paul a couple times.
it is a little embarrassing the fact that I mean, I know he's got another career as a YouTuber, but the fact that he's getting this much publicity as a non-professional, yeah, he probably does need to fight a real fighter for, at least for me to respect him in that regard, but I don't know.
He's like,
It's kind of funny, but whatever.
it's funny. It's like a gag.
It seems a little gaggish, but
like,
he looks like he's a good, like, I don't want to say good, but like he
He's-
has the ability to stand up and box.
He's putting the work in.
Yeah.
I think he's putting the work
Yeah,
in.
he's not. It's not like fluky
Yeah.
in the fact that he's beating these has-beens or whatever. But
Like he's doing better than what I could do. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd love to see him fight Tyson. I know
Tyson who?
Mike Tyson.
Oh no. I don't want to.
Just for the fun of it.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see murder. I don't want to see murder. Are you kidding? Like,
I know Mike's
what are you
old.
talking
I
about?
know
What's
Mike's
that?
old, but he's got the hammer still.
Mike Tyson
He's
would.
got the hammer still.
If Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson,
That would be fucking
I don't
funny.
care if Mike Tyson's 85. Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul would have to beef up because Mike's obviously
Mike's
thicker than him.
huge.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's probably.
But he's
better.
got like Mike's only like 5'10" or something, and
I'm
Jake
just-
Paul like 6'3".
If they fought each other, a lot of people would watch that shit.
Oh, hell
Because
yeah.
people like to see Mike play, and people want to see Jake Paul get his
Yeah.
ass knocked
Yeah.
out.
I'd like to see him get his ass
Dude,
knocked.
Jake Paul was talking shit. He's
He's
doing
like trying to
no,
rile up Canelo.
He's doing this for publicity, and he's trying to get money. And I get it. I get the game he's playing. I know what the game he's playing. He's an
Yeah.
ultimate troll, and come
Yeah.
from me, I'm a top troll. he like tweeted at Canelo, and he was like, "I hope
You better be training.
Yeah, you better be training." Dude, Canelo's like 5'9", I think. I think Jake.
Yeah,
Paul's
he's a
like,
lot smaller,
I think Jake
lot
Paul's.
shorter.
I think Jake Paul's like 6'2".
Yeah, he's
Or
got
6'1".
some height. Yeah,
Canelo would destroy this man.
Yeah.
Canelo would beat
I would hope so.
Jake Paul's ass. Canelo's only loss is to Floyd Mayweather, and it was close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a joke. I
It's close.
I can't even believe that this is even
Being talked about.
talked about.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense for a legitimate fighter to entertain him right now, unless they're just like have
Or-
nothing going on. in
Or I
their
want
career.
money.
Yeah, or they're just.
So
really-
I'm sure Jake Paul
Yeah,
gets
he's,
good.
he's 6'1", so he's taller than most boxers though. A lot of boxers are in their mid to upper 5.
So he's got
five
what,
range.
6 inches on Canelo, 5 inches.
Yeah, I don't know how tall. Do you know how tall Canelo
I think
is?
Canelo's like 5'9".
5'9". So he's got like 3 or 4 inches on him. So
He's tripping.
Yeah.
He hasn't fought. He's fought.
I would like to see him. I mean, I'm not really rooting for this guy, but
I
would
gotta
like to
see
him
Jeff-
fight someone.
I gotta see Jake go 12. He's going,
Right, that too.
He's like going 8.
Yeah, he's doing these little short rounds.
And I'm sure,
short round fights.
and I hope he's trained well enough to where he could do 12. And I would think no matter what, he could have good stamina to do that. But I think
Sure.
he's only doing 8 rounds.
Yeah,
And I respect him for trying to build up and know his own type of.
yeah, know his abilities.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
He fights somebody serious and it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with the people in the fact that I would like to see him get knocked out because I think it'd be funny after all the shit he's talked and how he's tried to rile up professionals and whatnot.
Yeah.
Even though he's not one.
I'm just kind of tired of seeing the Paul brothers trying to make a mockery of boxing.
Yeah.
Because Logan Paul tried to fight Floyd Mayweather in like an exhibition. It was
Yeah.
a joke,
Yeah.
obviously. Because what is Logan Paul doing in the boxing ring?
Right.
Like the best boxing match I've seen all year It was Wilder Fury.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't 3 days ago or 4 days ago. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
So, and that's all I got.
That's all I got too.
Sweet. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry
to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Because we will see you after
After,
Christmas,
yes.
but before New Year's.
Yes, next Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see.
Maybe Wednesday.
I have Wednesday off.
Do you?
We could get freaky with it. I'm not gonna make any assumptions here,
No, that's fine with me.
but
I'm off.
John Morant returned to the court finally. You know they were 10-2 without him.
Really?
Yeah, the Grizzlies.
That's good for the Grizz.
That's kind of weird though. Like,
It's weird, but it's
Yeah.
like it's good.
Yeah.
It means you have a good team.
and they're
Or a
about
good coach.
about 500 with him. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Send to the Kings.
Right. I still take him over Zion. And on
I
that
did.
note, we'll see you next week. Peace.